Okay, as we're looking at chapter 6 this week, we have a series of case studies, 6 case studies this week to look at. Again, use these case studies as an opportunity to reflect on the applied sides of your sociological ideas. The first one is best friends she's never met, and this specifically asks us to think about what a primary group is. Typically, sociologists have said a primary group is, kind of like what it says, the primary group of people that we associate with. It could be very close relationships we have in our family or at school with our peers. But the question becomes, if you meet people online, if you meet people in chat rooms or on social media, and you never physically meet, can that act on you in terms of your identity in the sense that we typically think of primary groups acting on our senses of self and identity? So a really useful case study. All of these has some good connections, I think, to where we are in the contemporary world of social media and new networks out there. The next one relevant to that is bullying and cyberbullying, how technology has changed the game. So this is a very important case study that shows us the real negative consequences of what happens when people bully or cyberbully others on social network sites. If you've seen that harrowing movie or series, 13 Reasons Why, on Netflix. An example, I think, of some of these cases, and there are many out there, of bullying and suicide and other issues. Third, college, a world of in-groups, out-groups, and reference groups. So we earlier have been talking about the in and the out group, and in a lot of cases in college, you have the prevalence of both the reference groups, the groups to which we refer and which we often gain our sense of identity relative to maybe an aspiration in life. And then we also have the in and the out group, which I always say are kind of the cliques that operate in our social worlds. And college is a great example of this. If just the jocks hang out with the jocks, or the certain fraternity or sorority people hang out with one another, that gives you that sense of the in, the out group dynamic and tribalism. Next, we have women leaders and the Hillary Clinton-Sarah Palin phenomenon, specifically getting into leadership styles and how some female leaders like Clinton and Palin have been portrayed in the media and what sort of attitudes people have had towards them. Very relevant, I think, to 2017, 2018, the presidential election, all the controversies with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump and so forth. The next one is conforming to expectations, and this specifically focuses on the issue of group conformity, which is a key one to consider this week. What is it about certain groups that cause individuals to lose their sense of self, such that they even do things that are maybe dangerous to themselves or dangerous to others in the group or outside the group? And then lastly, we have secrets of the McJob. So we're getting into the context of new forms of work in society that maybe are not so ideal for us. It makes me think a little bit of my days in graduate school in Iowa, where I worked for temp services, and I did a slew of different jobs out there, everything from, I kid you not, unsticking Publishers Clearinghouse envelopes that had too much glue, to taking tubes of toothpaste and putting them in little containers as they moved along a conveyor belt. So I think a lot of us have had interesting work experiences. That might be a good opportunity to reflect on some of these this week as we talk about case studies from Chapter 6 of Introduction to Sociology.